What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sota Pod YouTube channel for more World Junior coverage. How about those first two games today? Congratulations to Sweden advancing, but Latvia sure made them sweat, just like they've made everybody sweat that they've played against this tournament thus far. We are joining you guys halfway through the first period here. We were watching that last game. I'm working all day, so I'm going to try to sneak in another stream or two here today. Definitely the late game, definitely Canada's game. If we can do the next one featuring Finland, we will. But anyways, we're going to focus back in on that one, or on this one, because a lot of our viewers here on the Sota Pod are American. And though they're probably going to walk all over the Swiss team for the remainder of this game, we had to show the boys some love. And they're already up 2-0 against Switzerland, who have been a very good team throughout this tournament. Switzerland definitely earns their position, shows that they belong in this tournament every single year. But man, digging themselves a hole here early, or should I say the Americans pushing them down into this hole. 2 goals in here early. This is going to be tough for them here in their quarterfinal game. They are on the power play, though, with 55 seconds on the clock, and they're coming up the right side. Nice shot. That goes high and wide. Augustine was tracking that one, though. The Americans trying to fight on the corner to get this one out. The pass goes to center, and here come the Americans up the right side. They're just going to dump it in, and we're going to get a change. Yo, is this UFC? What's up, guys? How's it going? Oh, what's up, Patty the Fatty? Wait, this isn't the actual Patty the Fatty. Or is it? Or sorry, I'm so used to City Life. I'm like, wait, there's no mod thing on here. Oh, it's been a busy few days, guys. Still shaking off the napitis. 8:50 on the clock, and Switzerland is going to ice this one. They're still on the power play, 15 seconds on the clock. It is. No, I know. Brain fart for a second. I like looked at my little City Life thing, and I was like, wait a second. So there was another... I forget if it was in this stream or one of my City Live. There was another guy who had this almost the same username. I think it was just like Patty, or it was just the Fatty in the same profile picture. And we were all talking. We're like, oh, this isn't Andrew A. But good to see you guys. Good to see you. And like I said, we are going to be doing for sure one more stream here today. If I can squeeze the next game in too, we will. But like, I literally just abandoned a half-done work job to jump on here. I was like, fuck it, we'll do this game as well. I haven't checked it out yet, but I saw the comment. 8:33 on the clock, and no shots on net for Switzerland. Americans coming back up the left side with speed and cutting in front of the net and shot. Nice. Oh, and a goal! I thought he saved that for a second. Right after the power play. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Cutting up in front, and the Americans making this look too easy, ladies and gentlemen. Making this look too easy. Man. Cuts right to the crease here. I mean, Ryan Leonard, he is nothing short of spectacular, ladies and gentlemen. The Americans are up 3-0. That was beautiful. Yeah, this is going to be way too big of a hole for them to climb out of, unless the Americans just are undisciplined and collapse. Because I mean, lack of discipline has been killing teams in this tournament. Now, I'm not saying that I think the Swiss are going to come back. I'm saying that's their path to victory. They might get like a lucky bounce here and there. If they get another power play, they might score and maybe get on the board. I mean, shoot, Latvia went on the board twice against Sweden, right? But I doubt, unless the Americans are undisciplined, unless the Americans take a stupid amount of penalties like Canada did in the game against the States. This is the United States game to lose thus far, and we are only one. We might get a fight later. It would be wild to see the Swiss boys fight. No, but it's cool to see Switzerland like stay in this tournament every year, because, I mean, they're a small nation. Are they primarily a hockey nation? I don't know. I still lean like more of a soccer nation, football for JVD. But their junior program has always been good, and they always play usually a very like a fast style. The Americans are looking like rockets out there compared to them. Latvia got robbed. Ugh. Dude, they played their fucking hearts out. Sweden shouldn't have gotten the first goal. Yeah, I had the game on in the background. I had both the games on in the background today, but I'm going to be perfectly honest, guys. I've been behind with some of my day job work just because huge weekend of streaming on City Life, huge weekend of streaming on this channel. So I'm like trying to catch up and also sleep. So I was more. Oh, that's gross. The back of goaltender went to spit and it got and it got stuck on his lip. You had to freaking wipe it up. Oh, that's on international TV. Face off right outside the Swiss zone. Americans win the face off, but Switzerland looking to get it back, and a couple bodies pile up there. Missed the interference call. Yes. 7:58 on the claw. Dude, this just warms my heart that JVD's watching. And like today, anyways, has been more like focused on the hockey than me. I should be focused on the hockey and not work. 7:42 on the clock. Only 2 shots for Switzerland, and we're gonna have a puck goes up and out of play. And we're gonna have another face-off right outside the Swiss zone. I think they're gonna take it exactly where they took it last time. Out of the remaining games, which ones are you guys looking forward to the most? I mean, Slovakia, Finland, low-key could be a freaking banger. I think Finland beats them. Slovakia really hasn't impressed me that much in this tournament. Like, them against Switzerland was my favorite game thus far. But big whoop, you beat Switzerland in a very tight game, right? Czech Canada could be the big one. And I honestly, I'm picking the Czechs to win. So Germany, that's it for them. They basically, that game, JVD, made it so they can play again next year in the tournament. So they avoided relegation. That's a good question. I've never bet on this tournament. I think BetUS had odds, because that's where I saw those Canada-Latvia odds. Bet99 in Canada, I'm pretty sure. Paddy the Fatty would probably know. 655. Yeah, it was a relegation game. So Latvia won't be here next year. Austria, UK, or who's the other one? Because usually, I mean, Russia and the Belarus, they're usually the other two in this tournament. So Belarus is usually in one of those like relegation teams. But the IIHF has banned Russia and Belarus for the time being in their IIHF play. And Switzerland taking a penalty here. That is not good. Yeah, that's a little high stick. Finland is getting a fever, a fiver for gold, a fiver. I got a fever, and I need some more cowbell. 6:33 on the clock. The Americans with a nice shot there, but that's going to go around the net, and Switzerland's going to change their penalty killers right off the bat. Yo, Q, what's up, Q? Come over to YouTube. Our boy Q liked us on Facebook. Thank you very much. For everyone watching on Facebook, X, come over to YouTube. 6:11 on the clock, right side. The Americans draw back to the blue line. Top of the left circle here, right side shot. A couple moves before a shot, and a nice save by Switzerland. Switzerland's goaltender's actually pretty good. I know they're down by 3, guys, but he's actually pretty good, and he's had a pretty good tournament thus far. Christian Kirsch. He looked amazing against the Slovaks. Vote in the poll question, by the way, guys. What has been the biggest story of the World Junior Championships 2025 thus far? Latvia. Cole Eiserman's such a weirdo. I love it. Latvia. Canada playing like poop. Switzerland. Forget what the other option is. But vote in the poll question. We'll check on it in a little bit. Americans going to reset. I mean, the Swiss have actually done a pretty good job at killing this penalty thus far. 1 minute and 6 seconds remain in the United States power play. They bring it around back to the blue line. Oh, aggressive PK here in Switzerland, knocking this puck out of the zone again. Can they get a shorthanded play? No, they can't. Here comes the Americans. Puck bounce right to the blue line. They're going to reset at the blue line. Buoy him to the right side. I don't like how conservative this power play has been for the Americans here. They're like hanging around the blue line. They're like 3 back, 2 up. Very interesting. And a nice backhand through center, and that's going to be a save by Kirsch. Yeah, I don't know what the Americans were thinking there. They had enough time to set up, yet they had 3-man back, 2-man up on a freaking power play. Latvia, easy. Yeah, that's what I think too. And I'm not being biased because Canada's been playing like poop. I've been saying this whole tournament Canada's been playing like poop. They've had one good game. One good game, that was against Finland. I'm not even going to call that 3-0 victory over Germany a good game. It should have been 11-0, just so they could have scored more goals than the States in that game. All right. 21 seconds remain on the United States power play. Face off in the Swiss zone and a shot. They won the face off. Switzerland scores. Switzerland scores. No way. Short-handed. 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 Oh my God. 4:56 on the clock. Short-handed. Switzerland won the face off and got a shot. You've got to be kidding me. You mean Switzerland, Finland? Let's go. What a shot, man. What a shot. Greatest tournament in sports, man. Greatest tournament in sports. Anything can freaking happen. What's up, Hockey from Home? Finland, United States final would actually be awesome because that was the closest game of the tournament, and Finland ended up winning in overtime, but like both teams played outstanding. Hockey, I literally started late, so it's all good. I started about 10 minutes in to the first period. Man, 18 seconds remain on the States power play. And we have a face-off at center. How crazy is that, chat? How crazy is that? 4 minutes and 47 seconds on the clock. Hey, the hole isn't as deep anymore. Patty to Fatty just spat out his coffee. Hockey, I'm playing it by ear today. I have a lot of work to do, so we might do both the next games. We might only do the Canada game. We'll see. We will see. I might, because I'm like almost done a project. I'm like staring at it on my other monitor right now. If I can finish that quickly between these games, I might start the next game a little bit late and just do the Finland-Slovak game, kind of like this one, or maybe start in the second period, but we will do the entire Canada game. Yeah, no problem. It's just been a busy day. Definitely the semifinals. We'll do both games, right? And then we'll do the bronze medal and gold medal game as well. It was just tough to do 5 games today, let alone even 3, given that I have some deadlines I got to finish for work tomorrow. But been watching, had it on in the background. Cool to see the JVDs into this tournament. I can't wait for JVD to start making like EIHL content, and I'm happy to like collaborate or help find some guests. And you know, I know some people, both personally and through like the hockey world, who've played there or have connections to like some of the organizations, mostly Cardiff, to be perfectly honest, because they're usually the best team. I haven't looked at the schedule yet, but we'll definitely be doing. I never skip a week. Because there's never a week with no combat sports. So like we will. There's something. I got to take a look at the schedule tonight, man. Honestly, since Ryzen, I've been go, just trying to stay above water. So we'll see tonight. But I will get the schedule up tonight. I promise, boys. 4 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock, and Hockey from Home. Oh, thank you, Hockey from Home. Hey, look at that. Appreciate it. 4 minutes and 18 seconds. 4 minutes and 13. But do you watch EIHL Hockey from Home? Do you know what that league is? That's the EIHL is the UK league. That's where JVD's from. 4 minutes on the clock. American shot in the circle. Blocked by Kirsch. And here we go. An aggressive defense by Switzerland. They force this puck into the neutral zone. The Americans get the puck back. Switzerland doing their best flying V impression, but on defense. Ducks fly together. 3 minutes and 35 seconds. Switzerland picks the pocket of the Americans. Look at this. Like, there's a new life in the Swiss team here. Hockey might threaten the players. All right, Hockey from home. Well, when you do, let me know. Hockey cannot not be the center of attention, JVD. That's why when I... Oh, and the American score. There's Nelson. Wow. Too easy. Too easy. Too easy. Wow. Damn. Let's see. Was this offside? I think that's onside. I think that's onside. Brody Zemer and Moore coming up that right side. Shout out to the Gopher boys. Nelson, Brody Zemer, Oliver Moore, Brody Zemer. Had the pleasure sitting down with them with Joe Smith in the state of Hoppy before this tournament. Both of them have had an excellent showing. Brody Zemer, his first U20 in the World Juniors, and Oliver Moore, returning player. Oh, I mean, honestly, Switzerland should challenge it. Mine as well. I think it was onside, though. I think it was onside. Oh, they're not even challenging it. We're good to go. Cool. Again, from both those camera angles, I thought it was fine. But, I mean, teams have been able to get a gift by looking at goals further under the microscope this tournament. 2 minutes and 58 seconds on the clock, and what an exciting first period, ladies and gentlemen. Honestly, if you're a fan of both teams, fun shorthanded goal by Switzerland and the Americans, showing why they're one of the juggernauts of this tournament right now. 4-1 for the United States. And excited to see the Gopher boys assisting on the last Danny Nelson goal. Oliver Moore and Brody Zemer. What happens if someone misses? Well, so the refs deemed it wasn't interference because you can't call back. Oh, and a shot on the post by Switzerland as they came in. You can't video review like a missed call like that. That's ridiculous. Only plays that lead to a goal. 2 minutes and 26 seconds on the clock. So like goalie interference or offside. But like straight up just like goalie interference, that's one thing. And if the ref missed that, then that's on them. And if the coach didn't want to challenge it, then that's on them too, right? Because if so, poor Latvia. But yeah, it is what it is. It's like, if it's like in MMA, if they like miss a cage grab or something like that, that's on the referees to catch that, right? Trust me, coaches was probably complaining. But yeah. If anything, with all the shots that Sweden put on them, they probably should have beat them even more. It's just Latvia's goaltender playing out of his mind. And honestly, the team showed that they still have skill as they were able to capitalize on some of their opportunities as well. Such a great story. Such a great story. Latvia, I believe they've never... this is the highest I think they've ever finished in the tournament. As far as like... maybe not, actually, but... I think they've actually lost in the quarters before, but... Man, post... by Switzerland coming in here. So you can see that speed that has brought in Switzerland success, not just this year, but pretty much every year for this program. They can skate. They're beautiful skaters, and some of their top players can match some of the skill of the States. But the thing is, they're just not as deep skill-wise. Oh, Latvia was pissed. EIHL hockey, the top UK league. 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock. The only UK league, I think. And Switzerland looking to break out here, and they do, coming up the right side. Let's see if they jump and chase. Here comes the chase. Battling in the corner. Switzerland tried to send it out front, but that doesn't hit their mark. Back up the left side, back to the blue line for Switzerland. Shot! That doesn't get through. Here come the Americans. No, Switzerland gets it back. Nice, tight defense in the neutral zone. Right side. Switzerland looking for... pass. Honestly, that was a shooting opportunity, boys. Don't get selfish. Don't get selfish. 50 seconds on the clock. It's plays like that aren't going to dig you out of this hole. 45 seconds remain in the first period. Some nice passing by Switzerland to get a play. going, and they get it through the American zone up the left side, but battling in the corner here. Nice check by Switzerland. Able to keep this in. Shot for the blue line. Can't get the rebound, but they have it still at the blue line. Shoots it back in. 25 seconds remain. The Americans have it on the left side. Switzerland pits their pocket again here, but unable to get a shot on net. 17 seconds on the clock, and the U.S. are going to dump that in. Yo, what's up, Kenny? Shalom, sir. 10 seconds on the clock. Three, two, one, and that's going to do it for this first period. Wow, is all I have to say. Wow. Started 10 minutes late. Americans up. What is it? When we started 2, they score a third. Switzerland shorthanded, cuts the lead to 2, and then right after the Americans come back and score the 4th. Wow, from U.S. fans. Oh, yes. Sorry, Kenny. It's just, I'm trying to catch up on everything, buddy. Like, I am so behind on my own work stuff, and I shot myself in the foot last night being probably too active in in our friends' chats, but I will get to it as soon as I can today. After this, I have to finish some work. Then I got to get to my other streams, and then before bed, I have to post my City Life schedule, so I'll take a look at it after that. Thank you for your patience. If you need someone to help with that stuff sooner than me, though, then like, and if you're like waiting for me or over them, like honestly, give them priority. And I'll get to it as soon as I can today. Yeah, hockey. I highly doubt we're gonna get a coffee sponsorship. No, I'm gonna be the most behind. And it's like I'm not saying this to complain. I love streaming. I love covering hockey. I love covering mixed martial arts. It's just sometimes I get, sometimes I cover a little too much and I think, oh yeah, I have all these hours in the day. And then like 1 a.m. rolls around and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't finish hardly anything I was supposed to for the day job. And then I get behind. So that's a me problem. That's a me problem that I'm not even going to complain about because I have an awesome job and I love covering this tournament and combat sports with you guys. I will say though, Black Combat and Ryzen. So for those on the hockey side who are watching, I cover mixed martial arts and combat sports on my second channel. This last week, all the best shows were at 1 a.m. Eastern. So I literally like destroyed my sleeping schedule the last 3 weeks. So starting to get that back on track. Yeah, JVD. I can't even complain because our boy JVD is out in the UK. The day is long until 3 a.m. Might make an Ultra MMA video soon. Dude, I will be there in the comments defending. Hey, I love I just don't think they'll sponsor us Hockey from Home. I'm not really looking for an affiliate deal, right? And this channel is probably too small for that. City Life's probably too small for that. So it's like, you know, I want to make that money. We want to make that money. Sounds good, Kenny. No, totally totally makes sense. And I know I got to catch up on a bunch of the homies DMs in on Discord and even on Twitter. No, dude, they just want to send me coffee, which is fine, I guess. But like, is it worth jumping through all the hoops? You know, at least 14K followers. Well, we don't on this channel. Start trying a little coffee brands for sure that will sponsor you. Just tell them how much coffee you drink. Honestly, I just don't have time to do outreach for that kind of stuff, right? Like, I barely have enough time to sleep versus like find sponsorships. So for me, it's like the coffee beans, it's just not worth the squeeze, right? It's just not worth the squeeze. See, that's the thing. They're probably too big for us. We don't on this channel yet. That is true. That is true. Channel yet. Wow, guys. What a first period. What a first period. Well, see, that's the thing. If I have to apply, I don't... And this is nothing for like being on a high horse. It's just like, I do not have time to... You know, because if you apply, you're going to have... you can't apply from your Hockey from Home, no. Because you're going to have to... You don't have the information that is needed. I appreciate the sentiment. Maybe someday you can be our ad person on the channel. You can be our head of marketing and and our agent. But right now we can't even pay you commish. So there you go. But you don't think if you said their coffee like St. Paul Steel and had their logo, they wouldn't send free coffee? Maybe. We'll see. I mean, I personally think that we are but a speck of dust. We are but a speck of grounded coffee in the world of like people that they actually want to sponsor, right? First semester of school, I won't be able to make stuff often and stream probably. Yeah, shout out to Hockey from Home, by the way. She does post like pretty much not daily content, but weekly content on her hockey channel, wrapping up the week that is the National Hockey League. Okay, well, you DM me the info. I'll check it out when I can, Hockey from Home. I'll check it out when I can. You get 15% coffee for you. See, we don't even get free coffee. No, I'm trying to support John DeBella. That's someone who I'd want to promote for free. He said he would send me some espresso and a cup, and I would literally drink all my cup from DeBella Espresso. Shout out to John DeBella. All right, guys. Let's get to the box score here. Let's just quickly talk about what we've witnessed so far in this game. By the way, guys, vote in the poll question. We'll get to the poll question here in a moment, and we have some time. This is first intermission. We have some time, so get your comments in. Shout out to everybody who's been hanging out with us throughout not only just this game, but this entire tournament thus far. You guys are awesome. We appreciate you guys. Whoops, I shared the wrong screen. There we go. Like I said, we're just getting the box score up here so we can quickly summarize what occurred this period. And we'll take a break before the next period starts, but just a quick break to say what's up from one of our actual sponsors right now. Whoops, wrong one again. Jeez. It's because both the tabs have the same name. I'm like, share screen, share tab. There's the one we want. All right. Let's take a look at this. All right, quick goals to start off this game, ladies and gentlemen. Quick goals to start off this game. Brandon Sobota, who's been so good this tournament. Honestly, everyone on the States has been good this tournament. He was assisted by Max Plante, or Max Plante. That's the French in me. I just think, that's the Canadian. I just think there's an accent aigu. Second goal, James Haggins. Again, great tournament. Assisted by Oliver Moore and Brody Zemer. So they have 2 points already. Do the Gopher boys, Moore and Zemer. Ryan Leonard with that beautiful goal right after that penalty. Right after that penalty where Switzerland scored shorthanded. Ryan Leonard, unbelievable play. Racing up the left side. Cuts in front of the crease. Bang! Sends it home. Sorry, right before, my bad. Right after was Danny Nelson. So that put them up 3. Then in our chat, we're talking, oh my God, they're done. For some reason, I thought that was after. Oh no, my bad. It was after penalty. But it wasn't the one they scored shorthanded. God, so much happened. So much happened in that period. And there was, so Nils Orion scores shorthanded. And what was cool leading to this goal actually was just aggressive penalty killing by Switzerland. They really were keeping like 2 guys very much close to the blue line, forcing the States, basically just forcing or pushing pressure on the States there to make quick plays and pass quickly up the right sides. They were able to pick their pocket, take it into the offensive zone. They ended up getting a face-off, winning the face-off 4-on-5 and slap shot right from the slot. And they scored that one right after. I was getting these 2 goals mixed up here. Danny Nelson raced to the front of the net, right side, gets a beautiful goal. The boys assisted on that one again. It was actually Zemer who hit Moore on the right side to set up Danny Nelson on that one. Oliver Moore, insane skater, guys. Insane skater. All you Gopher fans know that as you watch him play every week. His skating's nothing short of incredible. Like, so much speed. And I was saying that the Swiss came into this game and their advantage, I don't want to say advantage, but their thing against everyone is speed. And their top players have the skill that can match top players, in those top bracket teams, United States, Canada, Finland, Sweden. In this one, though, the Americans are matching everything, speed, skill, and goaltending thus far. Although Switzerland only has, 4 shots on net. So that's one thing to just keep in mind with a team that can score like Switzerland, with a team that can be dangerous like Switzerland, a team that you cannot overlook. With all due respect, they ain't Germany. They ain't Latvia. Well, nobody's Latvia this year. They ain't Kazakhstan, right? Maybe Latvia ain't Switzerland, so maybe that's a bad example. But you know what I mean. They do have some skill. They can be dangerous, so they cannot get complacent. The U.S. has to keep pushing the pace. They got to keep outskating them here. The one thing I will say that pretty much the only thing I was critical of the Americans, and I will be a little bit more critical of them in this game because they are supposed to win this game, right? They are the favorites. They're supposed to win this game. We all know that. The one thing I'll be a little bit critical of is their PK. Their power play. Jeez, PK. Got to get through this coffee, guys. They had a very conservative power play where they kept 3 guys back and 2 guys up. Now, not for the entirety of the power play, but they weren't setting up in traditional fashion. They weren't setting up the way that any power play usually sets up, barring minor tweaks, and B, how they've set up and found success throughout this tournament thus far. So that was interesting. And look, definitely could be a factor of Switzerland forcing them to play like that, forcing them to set up like that, given that they had a very aggressive PK. But anyways, fun first period. So much went on, I can barely keep track. I don't even want to say there's really a flow to this game, but it's not choppy. It's somewhere in between. There's just a lot of bang, bang action, then whistle, bang, bang action, then whistle. It's not just going through the motions. It's not a lot of time passed in one or 2 plays. So fun first period, unless you're a Switzerland fan. But I was saying too, even if you're a Swiss fan, that shorthanded goal was awesome. Switzerland looked like they were literally a brand new team after that. And even after the Americans scored their 4th one, the Swiss are not out of it just yet, although the hole is just as deep as it was when we started this stream. Yo, what's up, Liam? Good to see you, buddy. It's been a while. How are you doing? So power play is when you're up a man. So if the opposition takes a penalty, that player goes to the box for 2 minutes. You bring you up on it. Great, shame. Shout to Slapshot. And your opponent gets a man advantage for 2 minutes. If you high stick them, for example, and the player drops or a high hit, and the opponent draws blood, then it's an extra 2 minutes, and it's a double minor. So that's what I said. Anytime that I was sticked in the face, I would be biting down on my lip, or I would have some sort of plastic foreign object available that I could just carve a slit somewhere, pro wrestling style, and get that blood, baby. Hockey from home 2, 3, 4 in the chat. Thank you so much, Hockey from home. Appreciate you. You're doing good. No, it's great to see you, Liam. How was your holidays? Happy New Year. This is multi-level marketing again. Hockey from home. I do not accept the dare. Like I said, I'll check it out. Hockey from home. I'll check it out. It is far down the priority list for me right now. It is far down the priority list for me right now, but I will check it out, and I appreciate you sending that information my way. I really do. Like I said, I wish there was 50 hours in the day. Unfortunately, we only have 24. Sorry, the big boss. The big boss is texting. The big boss is texting. Checking in on the production. We're all good. Shout out to the state of Hoppy. If you guys haven't already, by the way, smash the like button on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Speaking of Hoppy, just posted the last Fellowship of the Rink episode with Michael Russo. Awesome awesome episode. Highly recommend you guys check it out. I don't know about that. If we make 20K, I'd be happy. This year, I think we grew a lot, though. I think we went from like 8K to 14. So maybe we double it this year. That'd be cool. Honestly, not in it for the views, not in it. Obviously, like, I'd like views, but like, why I started streaming on the other channel was like, I was watching all this combat sports anyways. I had a channel with my buddy, and I was like, hey, we might as well grow the channel by adding a streaming element of me doing what I love, watching MMA, and it's just kind of stuck now. Do I feel compelled to do it every week because I have to because it's my job? Absolutely not. I love doing it. I love hanging out with you guys, and I love watching combat sports. Like if I went traveling, for example, or if I was away for camping on a weekend, I don't stream. And there've been times where I've banked content and posted on the weekends because I've been away at like my buddy's cabin and things like that. But for the most part, man, it's what I do for fun. It's what I do for fun. And I really appreciate the support you guys are showing. It would be awesome to get to 20K. I'm not saying it wouldn't be. If anything, it'd be more awesome to get this channel to 10K. So smash that like button and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. I need 5% for coffee, but I get that. But yeah. So you're just doing this because you want a deal. That's Hockey from Home's motive. She just wants that deal. One of our graphic designers. No, the State of Hoppy's better half. She does a lot of our logos. So thank you so much. We appreciate it. All right, we're going to take a quick break, guys, because there's only 2 minutes left until the puck drops for the second intermission. We know you don't, but predictions are already 14.2 by January 8th. We are popping off. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Well, and JVD Media is going to get to 1,000 subs this year. Sota Pod's going to get to 10,000 subs this year. Hockey from Home is going to get to 1,000 subs this year. Goal predictions for this game. Upon watching the first period, I think it's going to be a 8-3 for the Americans. 8-3 for the Americans. That is my goal prediction. I think Switzerland... I think the States will like score 1 or 2, Switzerland will answer. Score 1 or 2, Switzerland will answer, and then the States are just going to run away with it. The one thing I will say, JVD, and again, we're getting towards the end of this tournament, so everyone's gas tank is going to be a little bit more compromised than it was in the first part of the tournament. They don't gas. Traditionally, they've gassed because they play such a high-paced game. They haven't been gassed in this tournament, so I'm going to be interested to see how they look in the third period, despite what the score sheet says. 9-5 for the Americans. All right, quick break here, guys. On the other side, back for puck drop in the second period. Shout out to our sponsor, 9 Mile Brewing out of beautiful Bloomington, Minnesota. Back on the other side. Don't go anywhere. Back on the Sota Pod YouTube channel for period number 2, ladies and gentlemen, as the puck drops here. Don't forget to vote in the poll question. First TV timeout, we'll take a look at the poll question and see where we are. Smash that like button if you haven't already, guys. Really appreciate you here. Live play-by-play commentary reaction, of course, live interaction with all you folks in the live chat. 10-2 USA. Yo, what's up, Vendetta? Always good to see you, brother. We'll be live later for the Canada game too, my friend. Shout out to our Russian for coming back. 1927. JVD. On one stream, I'm Jewish. On one stream, I'm Russian. I wonder what I'm going to be on the next stream. Latvian, perhaps? I could maybe pass for Latvian, no? People say I could pass for Mexican, Jewish, or Persian. One of those is correct. Usually I don't have the Sandy Cohen eyebrows. I've just been lazy. Every time I FaceTime with my freaking aunties. Oh my God, Isha, look at your face. 18:53 on the clock. 7 o'clock Eastern, I believe. We'll go over the schedule right after at the end of this period. But you can also check it out here, my man. I'll send you the link. Switzerland has it. In the American zone, they tried again to set up a pass in front of the net. That's the schedule, dude. 18:26 seconds on the clock, and Switzerland still keeping in the American zone. Right side of the board, centering pass again in front of the net. Rebound, fighting for it, and the Americans get that into the slot, and they try to slow things down, but Switzerland picks their pocket and then loses the puck. The Americans have it into the neutral zone. Great defense by Sweden. If they would have lost that puck there, it would have been one on nobody with no room, so technically not even a breakaway, just a shot for the Americans. There you go. 7:30 Eastern exactly. Thank you, Hog from Home. 17:55 on the clock. Is this your last semester of school hockey? If so, congratulations and hope it goes well. Battling for it in the neutral zone right now are both of the teams. Switzerland gets it. Left side shot, but that was deflected a little bit by the Americans. He got his stick in there, but Switzerland still keeps his puck in the offensive zone. They're in the right corner now, trying to push it around, looking for somebody there, battling in the corner now. 17:23. Wake me up. 17:17. Switzerland, man. They're the one pushing the pace here early. It's been all Switzerland in the first 3 minutes of this period. 17:09 on the clock. Americans do a good job getting this back into the neutral zone. God, it's such a trip seeing all these Tim Horton sponsors and not Quick Trip boys. 16:55. Americans try to ring this around the boards, and they do. This is going to go the length of the ice. Look at the speed. Look at the speed by Plant. And he's able to negate the icing. But can they set up again? No, they can't. You're almost there, Hockey from Home. You're almost there. Switzerland up the left side. 2-on-1, and the Americans get that back easily. And here come the Americans, right side. Switzerland on them, though. That's the thing, man. Switzerland will be able to keep up with these guys in the skating department. It's that skill differential that's going to hurt them, and that has hurt them thus far. Not even their discipline issues, because they scored shorthanded. Nice block by Switzerland, plugging up the slot. The Americans still in the offensive zone. They're on corner, looking for a pass right at center, and a nice stick by Swedish goaltender. The Switzerland goaltender Kirsch. I'm throughout this whole tournament, I've been mixing up Sweden and Switzerland. Not even mixing them up, just speak before thinking sort of thing. 15:41 seconds on the clock. And funny enough, covered more of the Swiss game, so there's no excuse there. 15:34 on the clock. Great job by the Americans sending that in, and a nice hit by Nelson. But Switzerland has it, and they're breaking out through the neutral zone. Oh, that was friggin' offside, bro. The American might challenge that if Switzerland gets a goal here. But anyway, Switzerland gets that into the zone. That was offside, I believe. Pass up front. Shot. Oh, missing the cross crease. Missing the cross crease was Switzerland. That was so close. That was so close. But anyways, I honestly think the Americans would have challenged that offside anyways. 15:57 seconds on the clock. By the way, big shout out to everybody watching here. Appreciate you guys. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. We got more coverage. We will stream every single semifinal game and both the bronze and gold game. Huge hit by the American there. Flatlining the Switzerland defender behind the net. But Switzerland still, even after taking these big hits, gets the puck back into the American zone. Dude, it honestly seems like the Swiss were just frazzled in the first period when the Americans scored those quick ones, because right now they're looking really good. Yo! Glad you are healing up quicker than most. Like, who the fuck are you, Wolverine? You got the freaking, oh god, what are his bones called? Animantium? As I push up my nerdy glasses. Look, X-Men 1 was based, okay? Freaking sue me. Dude, that's sick. For those who don't know, JVD, he's an athlete as well. Soon to be hockey player, but fighter. Unfortunately broke his leg, but he's been healing up, 4 or 5 weeks now, and you're already walking on the crutch. That's amazing, dude. Sending good vibes, as always. Hope you heal up soon so you can get back in the gym and start kicking ass. And exposing Ultra MMA. You had to wait 45 minutes to get a table at Dim Sum this morning. Off topic as well. I love Dim Sum. Oh, we have a penalty here. And a high sticking call. And it looks like there might even be blood on the American side. Why is there a challenge on this? Yeah, that's a straight up high stick, bro. That's a high stick on Leonard. Leonard bumped him. Okay, now it was maybe accidental because he bumped him and like momentum brought the stick up, but I'm sorry, stick hits the top of the face, bridge of the nose. That is a high sticking, and if he draws blood, and the Swiss player is saying he dove. That's hilarious. The MMA scam promoted by a world champion. And look, and I love Tommy Aspinall, man. Like, the story wasn't to bash him. The story was there's a shady promotion, and for some reason, this top MMA fighter is blindly endorsing them, or they've cut him a fat check, although I don't know how they can even afford to cut him a fat check. I know, right? Not even 2 months and I'm putting weight on it. Dude, that's amazing. Double minor due to challenging it or because of the blood. Regardless, 4-minute power play for the United States, ladies and gentlemen. Watch Switzerland score two shorthanded. That would be insane. Oh, I just jinxed it there, boys. And hockey from home. There was a huge wait when we left too. One white guy was reserving table for 5 people as well. Damn. I haven't had dim sum in like 5 years hockey from home. But I don't eat out. I mean, other than Quick Trip, but like it's gas station, all right? It's a beautiful, beautiful place. And like the only way I'll ever get married is if the better half decides to get married in a Quick Trip. That's how much I love it. I literally moved to the United States because of that gas station. So I'm a little psycho. I get it. The Americans win the face-off. Blue line shot up and over the glove of Kirsch. No. It's the biggest way to blow your savings is eating out. So I do not eat out. It's the number one thing to absolutely destroy your savings account is eating out. So I love to cook, dude. I love to cook. Dude, one of the first streams I watched was your cooking stream. Making some brekkie. I love eating out. Oh, jeez. All right. I love the poutine. All right. I mean the poutine. I love eating poutine. I am Canadian. Oh. 3 minutes on the clock. But you're right about takeaway. My slow brain didn't get that. The Americans have it at the blue line. Shot outside the circle. Nice save by Kirsch. 2 minutes and 56 seconds on the clock. 13-19 in the period. Yeah, hockey, no. That's so ass backwards. I'm not even going to explain it. You're almost done university. You can probably understand why that's so ass backwards. I'm going to spend more money to bring someone here to buy me a cheap meal. Well, not cheap meal, but you know what I mean. Like, that's absolutely ridiculous talking from home. Come on. You almost graduated university. Love the poisson. Dim sum is amazing. I tried it in London. Dude, it's so good. It's so good. Dude, a lot of, honestly, Korean, Chinese food, Japanese food, Thai food. Haven't had too much from Indonesia, but straight up, all the Asian countries, some of the best food on the planet. 13:14 on the clock. And I'm not just talking American Chinese food. Shout out to the deep fried cream cheese puffs. This is the quarterfinals. What's up, Sean Moody? Good to see you. Quarterfinals. 2 minutes and 34 seconds remain on the penalty kill. Beautiful, beautiful save by Kirsch, sliding to his left. And Switzerland gets that puck down the length of the ice, and they're able to make a change. Well, I love like those squid balls. I love ramen. I love traditional Japanese food. Oh, no, cross ice one-timer. Nice save by Kirsch. Puck still up front. And like, I know sushi's not for everyone, but I like the good stuff. Shout out to the Otoro. Oh, 2-on-0 and a beautiful pass and goal by the Americans. It was 2-on-0, ladies and gentlemen. The goalie had no chance on that one. He did sprawl to get his left glove out there, but no dice, and the Americans make this 5-1, scoring on the power play. Switzerland playing for pride at this point. I like them both. Except the MMA ring girls. There you go. There you go. I love, if I could afford it, man, which you can buy a house on the freaking ocean for like $200,000 USD right now in Japan. And foreigners don't even have to get a visa to buy. You just have to like apply for this random, like, it's like a realtor type. It's not even a license, but you just have to be like approved basically. But they're trying to get more foreign investment and they're trying to repopulate. So like, count me in, brother. So yeah, I would move to Japan in a heartbeat. Love the culture, love the food. Love the combat sports. Love the women. 11:51 on the clock. I'd choose both hockey from home. 11:42 on the clock. Or if it meant I'd have to choose one or the other and I couldn't have both, I would just starve myself and die. 11:34 on the clock. Waiting for the football game. Who's playing? Manchester? 11:23 on the clock. Dude, man, I can't stand American football. I try. It's just so freaking boring, dude. I wish they could fight. If they could fight, it'd be an awesome sport. But because they can't fight, and the pacing's too slow, because I know people in chat, oh, you can't fight in IIHF. Yeah, but the pacing of this game is way better than any football game I've ever watched in my life. ND in Georgia. I swear you have a bird. Imagine they could fight, right? Teboki's really good. Hockey, you're making me choose. I'm not going to choose. I like them both equally. I already said. 10 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. Switzerland having to come back here, slow things down. Notre Dame. Who's the favorite and who are you rooting for, Sean? And Switzerland has in the American zone behind the net. Setting it back around. Good job by the Americans. Tight in that corner, not allowing them to cycle with ease and losing the puck there with Switzerland, but he gets in the circle and a shot. Rebound. Nobody there to take it home. Puck goes down center, and Switzerland not going to be able to make an easy change here as they regroup. They send it back in the American zone. Augustine continues to play it around the boards and back in the neutral zone. And the Americans have it now. 2-on-3. Nice nifty move, but picked apart by Switzerland. Here comes the Swiss. JVD, there was a restaurant in Calgary, Alberta, downtown I went to one time. 2 weeks later, it was shut down for that reason. Well, cats, but still. So, I actually, unfortunately, have an opinion on that. Oh, anything but Apple. Anything but Apple. For me, I want Georgia to win. Yeah, who are you guys rooting for in the football games today and the remainder of the hockey games? Let me know. Ramen clears. 9 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. It's hard to find good tteokbokki in Minnesota, by the way. It's always Alberta. $18.56 seconds. I mean, I puked when I read the paper in the morning, but then I was like, wasn't my fault. 8:49. Switzerland still has it. We just lost half of our viewers because of that story. Thank you, Hockey from Home. Or should I say JVD? 8:36 on the clock. Switzerland up through the neutral zone. 2-on-2. Left side. Sends it in front. Rebound, but on there to send it home. Shot in the slot, but that wasn't off the stick clean. Switzerland still has it, though. They send it around the boards. Back around the other side. Trying to get it there to Switzerland in the corner. The Americans keep that going out, and Switzerland gets it here, negating the icing. Far from it. 8:03 on the clock. Switzerland able to get the zone again. Nice move. Slot shot. Nice save by Augustine. Canada and Finland. Let's go. Yeah, two great games here today. We're probably only going to cover the Canada game again streaming wise, guys, because I got to finish some work here today. But I will be watching the Finland game. So hit me up on Twitter if you guys want to talk to me about it. And throwing it in front of the net of the Americans, and a beautiful save by... okay, so Kirsch was actually pulled for Neuschwander. How do I even say his name? So Kirsch was actually pulled, guys. Wow. Poor Kirsch. It's not even like he was playing bad, but, you know, it's an elimination game. The coach has to do what he's got to do. They brought their top two goalies, so they're going to mix it up here. I'm going to see you in chat again. I'll probably be, I'll probably be in our Russian friends chat. I'll probably be in chat again. But if you have a chance to go back to Calgary, try ramen arashi. It's good and delicious. All right. Yeah, I haven't been back to Calgary in almost 10 years. God, I was arguing so much with the Danes and the Americans. You know what, though? I'm happy that they're passionate, because a lot of Americans aren't watching this tournament. It's very much like international teams and Canada. Here in the States, people care more about their NHL team than the American flag on the crest. It's absolutely insane. All right. We had a TV timeout there, guys. We had a TV timeout there. So, actually, since we had a TV timeout, let's take a look at the poll question. Where are we at with the poll question, guys? By the way, we have like 16 people watching right now, but only 9 likes. Smash that like button if you haven't already, guys. Biggest storyline in the World Juniors 2025 so far: Latvia 34%, Switzerland 10%, Germany 7%, Canada playing like poop leads at 49%. Thank you guys so much for voting. Keep voting. Keep smashing that like button. We're back to the action here. 7 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. 4-goal lead for the Americans right now. Shots 20-11 in favor of USA. Switzerland still has in the American zone, despite being scored on this period and like putting themselves behind with a double minor. Switzerland's actually had a very good period. If anything, I have to imagine that like they've been pushing the pace more in this period. They've had the puck in the offensive zone more in this period. And shout out to Augustine for the United States. He has played excellent upon being tested here again in this second period. But the Americans have to the blue line right now. Oh, what a move! What a spinning move by Zeev Buyam! Oh my God, Minnesota Wild fans, that is your new top defenseman, or at least 1B alongside Faber coming in. Oh my goodness, what a move! He just did the Quinn Hughes. 6 minutes and 11 seconds on the clock, and nice passing to the neutral zone by the Americans. And they're going to say it's offside? They're going to say it's offside. Damn. Cole Hudson, by the way, top draft pick in the next year's National Hockey League draft. Oh, cool. Not passionate at all. Some guy was saying to play NHL 25 to justify his point. Oof, that's rough. Actually, no, I saw that, and you were like, "So I'm going to play Stipe in against Jones on UFC 5." Silly Billy. Americans are so OP, dude. They are the juggernaut. Them, Sweden. I can't even say Finland, despite them going the distance with the States and beating them. They just played a really good shutdown game. But I would say Sweden and the Americans are the top two teams in the tournament right now. Both of them have only lost... Oh, no. Sweden hasn't lost a game yet. Latvia, for real, got that Bovada money. As a Canadian, I said the fourth option. There you go. Nice hockey. Again, I don't really eat out, though, but thank you for the suggestion. I wonder what team is going to try and pick up that Latvian goalie first. True. Goalies generally don't go in the first round. So he might be... He might fall to like... There's 7 rounds in the draft. He might fall to like round 3 or 4, and whoever gets him, great project. He's playing in North America right now. He's playing in Quebec, right? So... excited to see how his season continues. Definitely the World Juniors helps guys' stocks. It mostly helps the unknown guys. The guys who we know are good, even if they play meh or outstanding. Usually it doesn't boost their stock too much, especially Canada and the United States. But some of these international players, especially random goaltenders, definitely helps the scouts go, okay, I wouldn't have seen this guy play, especially on a Q team that I'm not going to, the QMJHL. 5 minutes and 24 seconds on the clock. And a shot by the Americans. That comes loose. They still have behind the net. 5 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. Nice hockey from Holmes. I imagine it's delicious. I like making my own ramen, though, to be honest. 55 minutes on the clock. 50 seconds. Jeez. Americans, nice cross, nice pass, and score! Tic-tac-toe! Beautiful! Man, Switzerland was giving them a run for their money, but once the Americans set up in their zone and they get that tic-tac-toe passing, the defense for Switzerland. Malleable Swiss cheese, ladies and gentlemen. Malleable Swiss cheese. Oh, my God. Oh, what a pass. Oh, my God. That was beautiful. That was absolutely gorgeous. Hagen's getting another one, ladies and gentlemen. Hagen's getting another one. That is 6-1 USA. Beautiful stuff. Man. And that's another one for James Hagen. Hagen's assisted by Gabriel Perreault and Adam Kleber. 4 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. And the Americans have to the blue line. I mean, what's hopefully still going to be good about this game is that Switzerland won't stop pressing. I mean, they're playing for pride at this point. Why, there's no point in just giving up and folding, especially with a lot of hockey to be played. Even if they can get a couple more goals here, they'll give their fans watching something to cheer for. And you know what? I will say that I've never seen the Swiss even 12-1 against Canada in years past when Canada actually had a good team. They would keep pressing. And that's something I think we actually asked Oliver Moore and Matthew Wood about this when we interviewed them. I'm caught up with them before the World Juniors. Matthew Wood, unfortunately, cut from Canada. They probably made a terrible decision. Now, looking back, Canada probably shouldn't have cut Matthew Wood. Just saying. But even Oliver Moore said that the Swiss team were actually they're tough to play against because they are so fast and they keep pushing. They should give up and fight for the last 5. Yo, JVD, you got, I'm saying, EIHL and LNAH, bro. You're going to fall in love with those leagues. The LNH, in my opinion, is better than the NHL from an entertainment point of view, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not get crazy here. Let's not, come attack me with the pitchforks. I got bars on my window. Hockey from Home already tried to break in once. You ain't breaking in, okay? Would Utah versus Calgary be a good stream tonight? I would. Hey, Hockey, if you can fit in whatever streams you can on your channel to grow it, it's less about if it's a good or bad stream. You just need to keep streaming more if you want to grow your channel, right? So if you can stream it, I would say stream it. But Canada's playing tonight, so you might not get all the viewers, right? Because a lot of Calgary viewers are probably going to be watching the Canada game too. But it's up to you, right? Hockey from, it's up to you. Oh, and a nice cross ice pass again. And Switzerland put themselves on the PK in this one. Sorry, guys, I was reading chat. I didn't even notice, but the Americans have the power play here, and they are, I believe, 1 for 3 on the power play. And Switzerland able to break up that pass, but the Americans still have it. Backhand around the boards for Switzerland. Can they get it out? Nice hit by the Americans. They keep it in at the blue line. Left side. Goal line, shot in front of the crease and score! Another cross crease pass, and Ryan Leonard scored his second of the game. They're running away with it. They're running away with it. God, I love Freebird as the goal song. Let's go. 7-0 for the Americans, leaving no doubt that they are the juggernaut of this tournament. And though Switzerland has made it close against other teams, they ain't gonna make it close against us. It's true, JVD. It's true. The best line ever. Sorry for the shit talk. I'ma still break in your house, though. That's how I imagine she uttered it, too. 7-1 for the Americans, ladies and gentlemen. We actually have a big box score to go over at the end of this period. Smash that like button if you haven't already, guys. Hit us up with the USA emojis in the live chat. Let's go.
That shit beautiful than a motherfucker.
3 minutes and 27 seconds on the clock, and Switzerland comes back. Shot. That goes wide. All momentum, all gas. I shouldn't say gas, but the momentum that Switzerland had, even down 3 goals before this onslaught by the Americans. They were doing very well in the first 10 minutes of this period, very much pushing the pace, not allowing the Americans to set up at all. The Americans got their groove back, baby, and the passing right in front of the net, Switzerland leaving him wide open. What are the defenders doing? I'll say this. Switzerland's defense not playing well, leaving Americans open right in the crease. Switzerland's offensive players doing everything that they can to keep the boys, well, they're out of it now, but did everything they could to keep the boys in it. But this defense, not good, man. You cannot leave 1, let alone 2 guys wide open and you're behind the net. That's not going to win you games. 2 minutes and 28 seconds on the clock. Shout out to everybody watching. Right side by Switzerland. They come up through the neutral zone. Switzerland, drop pass. They're looking for reinforcements. Back of the blue line. Shot! And that doesn't get through, but they still have it. Left side, Switzerland, another shot. Honestly, they're just going to start peppering the net. I doubt Switzerland tries any of these fancy passing plays that the Americans are employing, nor the plays that they were trying to employ earlier in this game. There was a nice pass to the slot there. And I just say, Switzerland was getting a little cheeky in the first period with some of their passing. They had the clear shot and they wanted to just set up that beautiful tic-tac-toe play like these Americans have been doing. And there were guys already in the lane. See you later, Hockey from Home. Enjoy the rest of the day. We'll see you for the Canada game, likely, unless you're streaming. 1 minute and 33 seconds on the clock in this period. Shots 24-11 for the United States. And unlike Sweden, who had a stupid amount of shots on Latvia, this is not a close game. Just showing that, that was a nice move by the Swiss player. Shot from the blue line and a nice save by Augustine. 1 minute and 13 seconds on the clock. Battling in the neutral zone here, right side. 2-on-2, 3-on-2. Switzerland gets the puck back, sends it to their defender. And the Swiss come away with it. Oh, nice takeaway by the Americans. That puck goes back into the Swiss zone. Switzerland sends it into the neutral zone up the left side, and running into a wall was the Swiss player. And the Americans get that puck back. 46 seconds on the clock in this second period, ladies and gentlemen. And it's not like Switzerland's playing horrible, but the Americans are just, they are on point, man. They're on point. And again, my biggest critique for the Swiss is their defenders not even having one man challenge, right? Not even having one guy try to clear the crease. They were stupidly out of position in those last two goals. 14-16 and racing down the ice is the American, but Switzerland on him, pushing him to the ground. No penalty. Honestly, that's fine. I wouldn't have called the penalty there. I'm glad the ref let that one go. Nice weaving job by the American, and Leonard was in the crease for a crease violation. That's not an NHL rule, eh? That's not an NHL rule. Okay, so imagine this. I get a flame machine to like burst flames when someone gets knocked out or someone scores. Dude, you should do that. You should do that for your EIHL watch parties. You know what's funny, JVD? So the Calgary Flames, that's what they do. In their arena, they have flames that shoot out. But that arena is so fucking old. I can't imagine that's not a hazard these days. I think they even do it for the junior team too. And that is it for the second period, ladies and gentlemen. Also, your 8-3 isn't happening. Yeah. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah. I imagine now it's going to be closer to 10 nothing. But yeah, if you look up Calgary Flames and like goal or flame, you should see it. So JVD, and guys, we're in the second intermission, so get your comments in. When I lived in Calgary, Alberta, I would go to quite a few Flames games, but I went to a lot of junior hockey games because one of Calgary's WHL team also plays at the Saddle Dome. That arena is one of the best in the National Hockey League. What the heck? Whoops. And not because it's like super fancy. It ain't fancy. It was built in like, I think the late 70s, 80s. It was built when Canada hosted the 80s Winter Olympics. And so that was one of the sites that they used. But the beers are insane. They're known as heroin beers for a reason, or dome foams. And there's even articles written about these beers. You think you're going to be what the heck is going on with this stupid thing? One sec. There we go. You think that, I can drink, me at 18, 19 years of age, I can drink, this is like peak right now. And you think you're some hero. You go in there and you drink 3 beers, you black out. Or you have to pull your buddy off the glass trying to jump on the glass while he's calling his mom saying, turn on CBC, I'm going to be famous, right? That happened. I don't know what they do. I don't know what's in the river. I don't know how rusty those pipes are, but Saddle Dome beers will fuck you up. Saddle Dome about to be knocked down soon. So if any hockey fan watching this has an opportunity to go to the Saddle Dome for a concert, for a hockey game, and get your hands on some dome foams, I highly recommend you do it before they knock down the Saddle Dome and rebuild a new arena for the Flames, because I doubt they'll be poisoning us much longer. Dude, they're only 70 pounds. I think I'm going to do it. That's awesome. That is awesome. Dude, you'll be the guy with flames in his stream whenever the teams win. JVD, I just can't wait for you to start covering EIHL. What's the team closest to you? Like, what's going to be your home team? Or are you just going to be like a fan of the league in its entirety? End of the second period, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take our break early here. Then we'll come back. We'll dive into all the stats. We'll dive into the box score. I will let you guys know and remind you guys who scored in this one. Quick break is just a quick sponsorship ad. That's right. Got to show some love to our friends at 9 Mile Brewing out of Bloomington, Minnesota. Amazing tap room, huge space. When the sun is shining, awesome patio as well. And it doesn't matter what style of beer you're into. They do every style so well. I'm not even a sour guy. I might even go back and try one of their sours. Don't tell Hoppy. Back on the other side. Don't go anywhere. More junior hockey coverage in this one-sided affair. USA beating down Switzerland in this quarterfinal game, second quarterfinal game of the day. And before we hang up the skates and end the stream at the end of the third period, we will go over the rest of the game's start time and what happened earlier today. Smash that like button and subscribe, and we'll be right back after this quick break.
People like, you're making a hef now? It's like last year, I'm like, yeah, that one's called the 11th hour. It's kind of just a cheeky play on that. We kind of release it later than most people towards the end of the summer. I wanted to kind of be in there in that cusp between summer and fall. And now with summers lasting longer and longer these days, and we're in September and it's 80s, it's still a viable option.
Central Division team that I love to love, the Nashville Predators, of course.
And we are back live here on the Sota Pod YouTube channel for more World Junior Hockey coverage. USA versus Switzerland in this one, and we will be back live for the main event of the evening, covering Canada later today against the Czechs. Yeah, what a game so far. What a game so far. One-way traffic for the Americans. Switzerland has had their moments, and we'll get into just the summary of the second period here in a moment. Just want to get back to the live chat here. Hey, in intermission, guys, please hit us up with your comments. This is always a comment-driven live stream. Even though we provide play-by-play and commentary throughout the game, we always want to hear from you guys as well. And if you haven't already, smash that like button and subscribe. By the way, awesome to see Mark Parrish. I'm actually watching the NHL Network feed right now over TSNs, and it's awesome to see our friend of the show, Mark Parrish, doing commentary here as well. I'd watch it now, but they're playing at the same time as the World Juniors. Guildford Flames, you know what? They're my new favorite team as well. Shout out to the Guildford Flames. Let's go. They're my new favorite team as well. And dude, when I go in on a hockey team, like, I'm fucking hardcore. So like, let's go. Let's go. Oh man, yes. I remember this team. Yes, because they have the same logo as the Calgary Flames, just a G. I love it. I love it. Dude, they're relatively new to the league as well. They've only missed the playoffs once. Dude, that's amazing. That's amazing. So for those who don't know, our boy, we'll get to the box score and run down of this, but for everyone watching, our friend JVD, he's from across the pond. Just realized, it's perfect. He's from across the pond, and he's just getting into hockey. We've actually made him a hockey fan because of this tournament, and he's going to start doing coverage on his YouTube channel of the IIHL. Let's see, dude. There's quite a few Canadians on that team. There's a couple. Oh, one guy from Cochrane, Alberta. A couple guys from Toronto. A few guys from Ontario. A Sasky boy. Mound, Minnesota. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, dude? I'm literally about 20 minutes from Mound. Charlie Curti from Mound, Minnesota is playing for the freaking Guildford Flames. That is amazing, dude. Well, I have to get a jersey of his now. I have to get a jersey of his. Dude, that's crazy. Well, I mean, I wouldn't put it past, like, Minnesota is the state of hockey. They're probably everywhere in the world. I mean, one kid was just signed to the Kunlun team in China, right? That is so cool, dude. I am swooning right now over this team. I cannot wait to cover the Guildford Flames, or at least follow the Guildford Flames. I mean, when he's back home, probably. I know the local watering hole there pretty well. The owners of the local watering hole there pretty well. That's super cool. Dude, yeah. Dude, this is awesome. Anyways, for those watching here, like, stop yapping about the EIHL, LNAH, better than the NHL as far as entertainment. Just saying. But anyways, let's focus back on this game. Dude, I literally have the entire Guildford Flames roster up right now on a different tab. This is awesome. I'm so excited to start following that team. I don't know when I'll be able to follow that team with my lack of time to do anything else, but I'm definitely going to keep tabs on them now. All right, guys. Start of the second period. Switzerland put themselves behind the 8 ball, but the first 10 minutes of that second period, Switzerland looked awesome. They didn't allow the States to enter their zone. They plugged up the neutral zone, and they had a lot of opportunities, mind you, not hitting the net enough, in my opinion, in the first 10 minutes. Momentum definitely shifted before this penalty, before this double minor. But got to give credit where credit is due. The Swiss look good, pushing the pace, and their offense looks good. Their goalie already pulled. Second goalie let in a few shots. Their defense, pretty much non-existent. The 2 of those goals, mind you, one of them was a power play, so I'm not going to be too harsh on, but one of them 5-on-5, man. It's been too easy for the Americans to make that cross crease pass, right? Or just at the top of the crease, cross ice pass for the tic-tac-toe play. There's no one either for Switzerland crowding the lane or even fighting with the guy, and not like literally fighting, but fighting for position, battling for position, checking their man in front of the net. It's non-existent, right? And both the Swiss players were to the side of the net. It's almost like they allowed the Americans to score those 2 with ease. So very critical of how Switzerland's defense, their defenders in particular, have been playing. Their offense has been great, right? They've done everything, but score 5-on-5. Zeev Boom has started to look like Zeev Boom. Let's not get too crazy here. It's against Switzerland, Matteo. I would say that one spinning move was awesome, but I'd say for the most part, he has not been like the best player, and far from the best player for the United States. Now, I'm not saying that in a way to concern Wild fans at all. I'm just saying, I don't think he's done anything insanely special in this tournament. He's been good. He's not been great, in my opinion. But again, that's not to bring down Wild fans or to be disrespectful or anything like that. It's just true. And to be honest, I didn't think that he would be the best player on the United States team anyways coming into this one. I think he's been fine. Like I said, I don't think he's been the one, other than in this game, who's really, really stood out for me. Good to see you, Matteo. And yes, I saw your text this morning. Great work. It's cool to see that video popping off. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking to, the last episode of Fellowship of the Rink, check it out. Hoppy and athletic writer Joe Smith, who's covering NHL national stories, and of course on the Minnesota Wild beat, they linked up with Michael Russo, Joe Smith's colleague, to talk all things Minnesota Wild, as Russo's going to be jumping on the show pretty much every month to give you guys an update on everything Minnesota Wild and NHL. After the double minor, Zeev Boom with the goal to put them up 5-1, assisted by Gabriel Perreault. Hagens just cannot be stopped. He scores another one for the Americans, assisted by Gabe Perreault and Adam Kleber. Ryan Leonard scores his second of the game, assisted by Gabriel Perreault and Zeev Boom. Perreault having a night as well. And that's going to put them up 7-1. Let's take a look at the scores throughout the entire tournament right now. Crazy to see Canada not even sniffing the top 10. Actually, yeah, you can't. This is crazy, man. This is the first time in my entire life, and I've seen some bad Canada teams before. I saw there was a year when Ryan Nugent-Hopkins was captain for Team Canada, and they lost in the quarterfinals as well. But he was still leading the tournament in points. Right? There's no Canadian in the top 10. No Canadian in the top 10. That's embarrassing. They have a German in the top 10 over Canada, bro. Axel Sandin Pellikka, 9 points in 5 games. Cole Hudson with 8. Dvorsky for Slovakia, 7. The Czechs have been scoring 7-7. Wahlberg, James Haggins. I mean, this guy, he is an absolute stud playing in the queue as well right now. Edward Sale's been good for the Czechs as well. Love to see Brody Ziemer up there. Cole Eiserman. Man. How far down? Dude, that is so crazy that there's Latvians who have scored more than some Canadians. Oh my God. Crazy, man. Absolutely insane. But it's honestly like, it's kind of comical at this point. I just can't help. I just can't help but laugh. I just can't help but laugh. His play on the second USA goal was his best of the game. Also, if you didn't know, I'm known for setting my hair on fire, so it works so well. I saw one of your streams where you set your hair on fire, but your hair grows back quicker than mine. Because I think that was right when I subbed to your channel or saw your stream, and I was like, this guy's literally shaving the rest of his head. And then I scrolled back, and I was like, oh, God. There you go. Honestly, JVD, the team might reach out to you. If you continue to do streams and set your freaking hair on fire when they score or like win a playoff game, they'll probably reach out to you to be the ambassador. Look, I can see it now, live in their arena after they win a big game or win the championship. They bring JVD out, and all the players just light his hair on fire. Hard to be the top scorer when you score 2 goals versus Latvia and 3 versus Germany. No, exactly, dude. Exactly. That's what's so crazy is they've had so many low-scoring games in losses and in victories that they're not even on the score sheet. Hair grows back fast. Bones grow back fast. That's what I'm saying, man. This guy's freaking Wolverine over here. Freaking adamantium. How's it going, Sean? Well, you must be happy right now. The Americans are crushing it. Crushing it right now. Yo, how cool is this, by the way, Sean? By the way, we have 3 more minutes remaining before we get to the before we get to the third period. But I want to share this with Sean Cosgrove. He's a Minnesotan as well. So our friend JVD, Sean, in the live chat here, he's from the UK. He's going to start covering some EIHL stuff. Wait, what the hell? Sorry about that. This is the one I want to change. Check out who's on one of their who's on their roster. There's a freaking kid from Mound on the roster. Boom! Charlie Curti out of Mound, Minnesota. That's super cool. Super cool. Are there any other Minnesotans on this team? No, a bunch of Canadians. Honestly, more Canadians than there are guys from the UK. But hey, we got Lewis Hook from Peterborough. Shout out to him. No idea where this guy's from. Probably the UK. Oh, he's won actually a championship with Cardiff. Dude, I'm so stoked to start keeping tabs on the Guildford Flames, especially when our friend JVD becomes their friggin' ambassador. All right, ladies and gentlemen, third period is upon us. Switzerland trailing by 6. 13 shots on net for Switzerland, 24 for the Americans. Switzerland's already featured both of their goaltenders here. It doesn't matter. The Americans are 2 for 4 on their power play. And yeah, the Americans are absolutely dominating in the face-off right now, 24-8. I picked the Czechs to win, dude. So dude, they lost to Latvia. The tournament's over for them. So honestly, not even crashing out hard. They're gonna lose to the Czechs. And if anything, I'm obviously rooting for Canada to win, but like, I want to see the Czechs upset the Americans because Canada sure as hell ain't gonna do it. That Scheffer injury still seems pretty weird. Did he hit a rut in the ice and lose balance or something? He just crashed into the net. I don't know why he couldn't control the brakes there. But was it broken collarbone, right? I don't think there was a break like in the shoulder. I think it was a broken collarbone. Which honestly put them behind because they don't have really a puck moving defenseman like him. So that definitely did hurt him, but like one injury on a team of like superstars obviously isn't gonna like be the be all end all. Hope he heals up quickly. I'd have to rewatch it. I because it didn't even look like he blew a tire, right? Sean Norris from Parts Unknown. All right, third period, ladies and gentlemen, has begun. Thank you all so much for hanging out. I know we started about 10 minutes late, but we were balls deep in the friggin' Latvia game watching that. I really was believing they would tie it up at least. Yeah, collarbone, they said 3 to 4 months, I think, on the broadcast. Oh, man. Well, hopefully he has bones like our boy JVD, who broke his leg just a few weeks ago and is already walking on it. Dude, unbelievable. Unbelievable. He's undrafted. He's draft eligible, but he's undrafted. He's 18 years of age playing in the QMJHL, dominated in the Latvia men's league before coming over to North America, and he's putting up pretty good numbers in the Q as well. I think it's because he made the move so close in that he was just surprised just how close he was. That's a really good point. That's a really good point. 19:10 on the clock, by the way. And again, for Switzerland now, man, it's just if you can score a goal or two, that's a moral victory. That's a moral victory. Only 18 is a mental. 18:57 on the clock, and we're gonna have a whistle here. But yeah, goaltenders, unlike years past, JVD, they're not drafted to the NHL as high as they used to be, unless they're like no doubt, A-tier prospect. But even then, they're usually late first-round picks, like the Minnesota Wild picking Jesper Wallstedt, for example. Late first-round pick, but a first-round pick nonetheless. But really good goalies, top goalies, will usually go late in the first round or somewhere in the second round. I could see him going in like the third or fourth round. Score a goal or two, then start a line brawl. Swiss not usually known for being the fighting type. But hey, if frustrations boil over, you never know. You never know. Those pesky Americans pissed off the Swedes last year. Mind you, that was at home in the gold medal game. Mwah, as they kissed goodbye to the audience. 18:49 seconds, Switzerland wins the face-off in the American zone. They try to send it around the boards. They don't get... Well, actually, shit, man. A Swiss player got there into the corner. Now they're going to start the cycle. Pass to the slot, unable to retrieve it, and puck bounces out to a center. 18:43 or 18:33 remain in this third period. Shot 24-13 for the Americans, and they lead where it counts. 6 goals lead. Most of them coming in that... Well, the dagger came in that second period. Oh, jeez. Speed. Tight. Oh, sorry, that was a different army. And we're going to have a whistle in the American zone. I mean, Switzerland pushing the pace in the American zone early here like they did in the second period, but obviously too little too late. And Ryan Leonard's going to take a penalty. A little too much pushing and shoving. I don't know. I got to see the replay. Was this weak? Honestly, weak call. Only that left glove hit the side of the numbers. It wasn't a full-on cross-check. It wasn't a full-on boarding call. I think that was a weak call, to be perfectly honest. 18:03. And I've been calling weak calls and on both sides throughout this entire tournament. He's a very good coach. Very good coach. He coached last year's team too, and they won gold. 17:42 on the clock. His hair's probably quite flammable like yours. Honestly, he kind of looks like JVD Media, to be perfectly honest. Hair just not as slicked back for JVD. 1 minute and 25 seconds on the power play for Switzerland, and they're ripping through the neutral zone. Shot from the circle. And that that was blocked by Augustine. Fighting for it behind the net now. Good job by the Americans picking the pocket of Switzerland, but they regain the puck. Corner. Trying to send it back to the blue line, and they do. Switzerland left side. Right side, top of the circle, back to the blue line. Looking for the shot. Left side, top of the circle, shot. That goes wide. Switzerland trying to get it back to the blue line, and they can't. That goes down to the neutral zone. Instead of passing it back there, good job by the Swiss player for just keeping it. The American was there to deflect the pass anyways. Switzerland can't get into the American zone with ease, and here come the Americans shorthanded. They're just going to send it the length of the ice. They got one guy chasing after it here, and they're going to get a change. Switzerland regroups, and they regroup quickly here. Seems to be doing well with his boys. Are gingers a race, though? That's the thing. 25 seconds on the clock. 20 seconds on the clock. the right side. Switzerland trying to do his best Ryan Leonard impression, but that ain't going to fly. And we're going to have a whistle. And he was trying to do his best Ryan Leonard impression, but again, the Americans, unlike Switzerland, are actually keeping the defender up near the crease. And a great job separating the man from the puck. (16 minutes, and that does it for Switzerland. Not even one puck on net. They had a couple opportunities there. Only a ginger can call another ginger. Uh-oh. I don't have the pass. Oh, shoot. And Leonard just takes a puck in the face. Oh, I hope he's okay. Ouch. Right in the nose by the looks of it. Shot to his parents here. Shout out to the TSM production. I think gingers have enough genetic advantages to classify as a sub-race. That's true. That's true. Or was it the stick in the follow through? No, it was a puck right to the face. Ouch, man. Also, you're Persian, Mr. Microaggression. Nah, I'm Canadian, bro. And even my dad, he's been in North America 3 times longer than he was in Iran. So he's Canadian now as well. Because he escaped during the revolution back in 79, and he's never returned. 15:48 on the clock. No, it's true. Dude, and I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But the older I get, and the less red-haired women that are around, because it's a dying breed. It's a dying breed. With with parents going full, Isha's parents here, mixing up the gene pools. They're going to be few and far between. So for some reason, as I get older, I just find ginger women more attractive, more so than I ever have in my entire life. Now I'm always like, oh, what's up? Whereas before it was kind of like, oh, okay. Mm-mm. So JVD, you truly are the genetic freak, and I say that in the most endearing way. Well, a lot of I mean, my mother's blonde hair, blue eyes, as pasty as it gets, and that's how she tans. 15-22, the freckle tan. Mwah. Chef's kiss. Yo, what's up, RJ? Good to see you. 15:12 on the clock. (15:05). Ginger woman with bangs. Pfft, Isha's kryptonite. Ginger woman's on 3 or 10s. 14:50. And Conley brings this in right side, and they're going to go for a change. Lheureux got a 3 games for hunting Spurgeon. If Rempe did it, it would have been banned from the league. True. Rempe is a repeat offender, though. But yeah, definitely a double standard. I hope Spurgeon heals well, but it doesn't look good. 14:19 on the clock. Ginger with the big curly locks. That too. Turnover here by the Americans, and Switzerland sends us back in. Switzerland looking for the pass in front of the net. A nice save by Augustine, and we're going to have some pushing and shoving here in front of the net. And this is where, Switzerland's going to get in the Americans' face after every play. Rempe's not done anything close to what happened to Spurgeon. That doesn't matter, though. That doesn't matter at all. That's not how the league looks at it. Shout out to Stan Wong, by the way. Can't go wrong. I don't see why suspensions in other leagues don't set precedent, because it's a junior league. It's not pro. It doesn't matter at all, and it shouldn't. I'm sure it was something the Player Association negotiated for, but they make the league stupid by protecting guys who hurt people. I disagree on that. In the AHL, sure, and I know he's been suspended in the AHL, has he not? But like if you're referring to like his Q days, I totally disagree. That's high school kid brain versus an adult brain, dude. You give the athlete room to grow their game. Twice in the AHL, now you have an argument. If it was just Q, I would no, not even. I'm totally just throwing that argument in the garbage. No, they don't get paid. They get like a per diem, and depending on what junior league you play in, you get credits to go to college, or you go the junior A route to go play in the NCAA. Yeah, I mean, the AHL argument, 100%, 100%. I can get on the same page. The junior, no, not at all. Today, Dallas Stars, Oscar back 3-year contract. Colorado Avalanche signed Keaton Middleton. Shout out to Keaton Middleton, by the way. Solid fighter in the National Hockey League. Jake Middleton's brother. I feel like a lot of kids would play if they got paid. Dude, a lot of kids do. You have no idea how cutthroat it is, JVD. You have no idea how cutthroat it is. Money doesn't even matter to these kids. Like trust me. You have no idea. That wouldn't affect anything. It wouldn't affect anything. Seeing as many people making money off them. Matt, it wouldn't affect anything. It's so fucking cutthroat, especially in Canada with the juniors, that like they get paid a little bit, right? They get a per diem, they get paid a little bit. A lot of them work part-time as well. And then major junior, you get credits to go to college, or most of them who want to continue to play hockey will just go pro right after, and they make a decent amount even in like the AHL or ECHL. And college players are now making NIL money, so they are getting paid. It used to be, it might be a little bit more now, Sean. It used to be something like that, like 5 to 10 years ago. I think they raised the price a little bit, but yeah, it's nothing like crazy. It's nothing crazy. But shoot, for like a 16 to 20-year-old, hey man, that's something. That's mainly what I'm talking about. These kids should be. Yeah, but JVD, like, let's be honest, man. 80% of them are never making the NHL, right? The rest of them are going to go pro, but 80% of them aren't making the NHL. But fair enough about things not changing. It's just because, like, dude, like, there's like, put it this way: if your parents aren't rich in Canada, like, if you aren't in like the upper, not even upper middle class, like upper class, your kid's not going anywhere in hockey because you have to pay for. Oh, and Switzerland gets a goal! No way! Switzerland just sloppy play there, pressuring, pushing play in front of the net, and they're able to sneak in one to cut this lead to 3. Or sorry, cut this lead to 5. But yeah, if you're 4 or 5 years old playing hockey and your parents aren't rich, you're never even going to make high level junior anyways, because your parents have to pay for like dry land. They got to pay for all this other stuff. And unless you're one in a million who can just make it on pure talent alone, you're never making high level hockey in Canada, for better or for worse. I think the part that throws me is Rempe can barely hit guys anymore. Haro did something completely reprehensible and gets F all because of it's his first time. Well, he got 3 games, so I wouldn't call that F all at all. Finland versus Slovakia. Yes, we will be live for the Canada game as well. Thank you so much, RJ. He's always giving us live scores throughout these streams around the NHL and the games. Appreciate you. I don't know how many guys are getting big NIL deals of college hockey. Only like 5 programs profit. I think it's not like football or men's basketball. No. And I don't mean to compare it to that, but it is growing. And especially with these rule changes with the CHL and NCAA, I do think there's going to be more opportunities for these guys. Oh shit, he's got blue eyes as well. Maybe you're not so racist. All right. There we go. Updated the ticker. Oh, we got a few Swiss fans in the audience. And that was scored by Andro Kaderli. Andro Kaderli. Americans behind the Swiss netminder here. Switzerland getting that puck back. Switzerland. Oh, bad pass in front of the net. The Americans almost backhanded that in for their 8th goal. Shots 24-16 for the Americans. Hey, JVD, we might actually hit that 8-3. We might actually hit that 8-3. .12:03 on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. But JVD, what is cool in Canada is if you can't go the major junior route, junior A, if you're good enough, it's not as cutthroat even in small programs. And shoot, man, if you do well in college, then you actually have a chance to be drafted or go pro and make more money than just even a major junior guy who did okay who goes and plays for the ECHL. Yeah, no, I thought the USA was going to do a lot better. Again, the Swiss defense, malleable Swiss cheese, but their offense, man, they're still doing a good job pushing the pace and they're skating well alongside the Americans. It was like that game where the Americans beat Germany 10-4. Like, Americans looked great in that game, but I was more impressed with Germany. Now, in this one, I'm not that impressed with the Swiss, I'm not going to lie. But, like, I didn't even think the Germans would score 1, let alone 2. Let alone 4 against the United States, and they didn't lose gas by the end of the period as they scored their 4th one, I believe, like 3 minutes left. 10:58 on the clock. Swiss have it, trying to send it back to the blue line. Shot! Great job. See, that's what the Swiss players have to do. The Americans with great defense right in front of the crease, clearing that. Battling in the neutral zone right now. The Americans get the puck backhanded in. A little dump and chase. Swiss goaltender almost got his pocket picked by the Americans. The Americans have it. Back to the blue line. Shot. That doesn't get through traffic. Actually blocked by a U.S. player. Almost got a puck up in the face like Ryan Leonard there as well. Switzerland has it. Trying to swerve into the center slot there, but 3 Americans plug that lane. But Switzerland still has it. Slot. Looking for a backhand pass. But again, great defense by the Americans doing what Switzerland should be doing, clearing that crease. So what do you think about Canada versus Czechia again this year? I think Czechia beats them again. I think Czechia is not as good as they were last year. Overall, they don't have the same scoring depth. But having said that, they've been damn good throughout this tournament. They've been more disciplined than Canada, and I do think that they will get the win. My projection is like a 5-3 victory for Czechia. I think it'll be 4-2 until the end where Canada pulls their goalie and Czechia will get one more. How do you see that one going, Allison? Look, love my Canadian brothers. They just don't have it this year. Dave Cameron's never coming back as a coach. He was awful in Ottawa, and he's awful for this program. I'm going with the Republic, the Czech Republic. And it's interesting. I've asked Czech fans, Czech fighters, in like obviously in combat sports and Czech hockey players what they prefer, and they don't care. Yuri Prohaska calls it Czechoslovak, or that would have gotten me punched in the face. He calls it the Czech Republic. Some people call it Czechia. Sleepy Joe Canada. I'm pretty sure Sleepy Joe is the American president. But what's up, Mark Verm? Good to see you. But yeah, no, Canada, it's just Hockey Canada has really done a piss poor job these last 2 years building this team. And I mean, going into the tournament last year, Mark, I bet on the United States to win the thing. Cha-ching. And, you know, after the first 2 games, I was like, oh, this is going to be bad. And this year, I will say, after the first game against Finland, I was like, okay, Finland, tough team to play against. They kept it, you know, they scored 4. They kept it close. I mean, hockey math just makes no sense because the Americans lost to Finland, mind you, in a very, very competitive game. But then, man, obviously the Latvia loss, the non-dominant game against Germany, they just don't have it this year, brother. They just don't have it this year. And the Americans look, I wouldn't say as dominant as last year, but they still have a ton of their returning players. And Augustine's been playing very, very good. Happy New Year, by the way, Mark. Hope you're having a great day. 9:14 on the clock in Switzerland, trying to get it out of their zone. I wish the Americans could come up with a symbol for their uniform rather than just the USA, maybe like a big star with stripes inside or something. I love the USA, like the Miracle 80s USA, the white one, the real home jersey. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I do like some college lettering type jerseys as well, though, a lot. Canada has way worse jerseys than the United States, to be honest. We only have one good one. 8:38 on the clock. Canada, I've always known it as the Czech Republic. Canada's great symbol, which everyone can understand is Canadian, but they feel like they want to write Canada on it. Yeah, no, Canada has awful jerseys. Awful jerseys. They only have one good jersey. They only have one. Texas silly for national, unless you're the United States. I would say unless you're the United States. I think that the USA, the white jersey, is one of the most beautiful international jerseys I've ever seen and will ever see. And the USA, they're giving Augustine a break here just because I guess they don't need him to keep burning energy. They got to save him for those semifinals. I agree for the most part, Sean, except for USA. 8:18 on the clock. And the Americans try to break out of their zone. A pass not completed, but 18:13 on the clock. Yeah, this is the only Canadian jersey I like. Oh, and a breakaway by Switzerland and a great save. Didn't make necessarily the save, but broke up that play and poked the puck away. And the Americans trying to make a play in the Swiss zone and switching to get the puck back right side with speed. Nice move, but cannot get in front of the net. Backhand pass to the slot, but no one there except for the Americans. And here they come, right side. Pass to center. Sends the puck right in front of the net, unable to catch the bouncing puck. .722. Sean, these are the only Canadian jerseys that I think are good. And a one-time shot by the Americans. Puck in the slot. Rebound. They don't get it. Another shot blocked down in front, and the Americans have it left side. These are the only ones I think are good. The rest are absolute trash. 6:55 seconds on the clock. Can the Americans get one more? Can Switzerland get one more? And the only reason I want both those things to happen is because that was my score prediction. 8-3, United States. If Canada ever gets better, dude, they will get better. Like, trust me, JV. These 2 years are the outlier. If Canada ever gets better, I'd happily move out there and have my own sugar shack. Sounds like the life. Oh, yes. Well, the country, the government will get better here too, because there's no way Trudeau wins another term. Even his cabinet, most of his cabinet wants him out. The Euros did it right by using crest and the Swedish 3 crown uniforms. You see the color designs and know who it is. True, but again, the US, they look good with their text. And a rebound shot by the Americans. Nice save. I just don't think the symbol would have as much impact as the USA, personally. Not the team, the country, yes. Well, hopefully both, to be honest. Hopefully both. 6:12. And here comes Switzerland, one-on-one, waiting for reinforcements. Blue line shot, but the Americans plugged up that shooting lane. Put it this way, JVD, it only can go up from here. That freaking guy sunk the middle class in the economy, and it only can go up from here. 5:40 on the clock. Switzerland, good job getting the puck back in their zone. The Eagle of Deutschland is incredible. The German symbol too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I agree with Sean on everything except for the United States. I think the USA white jersey is the most beautiful international jersey in hockey. Latvia's is up there. Oh, I have freaking Stockholm syndrome, boys. 5 minutes on the clock. And a big shout to the big crowd we've had on YouTube here, guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Switzerland able to regain the puck here. Battling, though, in the neutral zone here. So I'm pushing and shoving. And then, I was going to say, no call? No call on Switzerland? Interesting. Hey, I'm down for the refs to let them play hard. But in any other game, an IIHF would call that. USA, what's up, Scott? Good to see you. Yeah, funny how even Western countries having middle class killed. Yep. Come on, Swiss, start a brawl. USA, let's go, chat ahead. Good to see you guys. Yo, thank you so much for joining. We need one more for the Americans and one more for Switzerland. My goal prediction. Okay, yeah, the States, I have to say, Ryan Leonard there, that was some soccer fucking embellishment, bro. You should be ashamed of that. Yeah, Ryan Leonard there, that was some freaking Premier League ass embellishment if I've ever seen a head be knocked down or knocked back like that. 4 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock, and here come the Americans. 2-on-2 through the neutral zone. Shot, nice save by Switzerland. I like the countries who choose to be original in their colors rather than their flag colors. Too many red, white, and blue teams. Dutch chose orange, and Aussies the Aussies chose green and white. That is a very good point. That is a very good point. I mean, Canada chose black. Is USA favored to win it all? I think Sweden is still the favorite, but the Americans, the US and Sweden. The last I checked, Sweden were the favorites. Green and yellow, I mean, for Australia. Yeah, their rugby jerseys, their international rugby jerseys are awesome. I'd like a purple. Well, that's Latvia, right? And a nice shot by the Americans. Save by Switzerland. Decent period for Switzerland. They haven't allowed any more in, and if anything, they've scored a goal, but too little too late, ladies and gentlemen. Too little too late. How's everybody doing today, by the way, guys? How's everybody doing today? Good to see you. We won't be streaming the Finland game, but we'll be streaming the Canada game, guys. I got to finish some work here and actually eat some lunch. But then we'll come back for Canada game. And I promise, guys, we'll be doing every single semifinal game. And we're going to be doing both the bronze medal and gold medal game too. I already told my work clients I'm not coming in those days, or I'm not coming on site those days. I'm not doing any editing those days. Those are World Junior days. So kindly, as Leahy would say, frig off. Latvia is like a maroon. But for me, maroon's in the purple family. Maroon's in the purple family for me. And maybe I'm probably a little bit colorblind, so I really don't see a difference, to be honest. For me, they look exactly the same. Like a little bit darker, but like I don't see the red in maroon as much as people say it is. Like a lot of people say maroon's closer to red. For me, it's definitely closer to purple. And I don't know if that makes sense. If some people who are also colorblind going, nah, dude, that's ass backwards. That's just what I see, bro. That's just what I see. Like, if anything, this shirt is like almost purple to me, even though I've heard it's more dark blue, right? Definitely colorblind. I ain't a ginger. I ain't the superior race, bro. My bones don't heal as much as yours, and I can't see. 3:31 seconds on the clock. Shots 19:30 for the Americans, but Switzerland tightening the gap a little bit. It's a light navy. 3 minutes and 18 seconds on the clock. Here comes the US through center. Nice pass up the right side in the circle. Didn't like the shot, didn't like the opportunity. Now fighting for it in the corner. Tight defense here by Switzerland. But again, there we go. They left one American right in front of the net, but finally a defenseman gets up in front of him. Switzerland, though, you can see there's too much of a gap. There's too much of a gap between the defenseman and the American who is fighting for the crease and battling for that position right in front of the net. XL Mariucci hosting next year is going to be pretty sick. Great facilities. Dude, I'm so stoked. Because usually it's like a junior rink and an NHL rink for Group B in the junior rink, Group A, obviously the NHL rink. It's going to be so awesome that in Group B we have like a massive rink and a massive venue like Mariucci. I can't wait. Tickets are going to cost us an arm and a leg. I might have to sell myself on the streets of northern Minneapolis just to pay for some tickets. But you know what? I would do it if it means going to a couple of those games at Mariucci. Great facilities. Come on, Swiss, just scrap. Just scrap. Wait, what the heck is going on here? Okay, we're back at it. Yo, Scott, man, you are far too kind. I can't. I wish I could, Perla. I wish I could. Scott, I might start it halfway through, but like I'm working today, right? Don't tell my clients. And my deadline is tomorrow, and I have to get something in. So I will try to maybe do half of it. Maybe I start in the second period, but like it's a work day, guys. You can't blame me. I'm literally on the clock right now. And if my client saw me, he'd probably fire me if he saw me streaming right now. Shh, don't tell them. Scott with the gifted membership. Let's go. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, brother. Scott going fucking ham, ladies and gentlemen. Every single stream we've done, both on City Life and on Sota Pod, Scott has been gifting memberships out like he's freaking Oprah Winfrey giving out cars. Thank you so much for supporting this channel, man. You have no idea. Like, we have a lot of people who work on this channel, and you know, this just helps support the entire team. So thank you. North Minneapolis, you trying to get shot? 2 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock. Do the tricks get shot though? I'm just saying. 1 minute and 58 seconds on the clock. This ain't Canada. Bad joke. 1 minute and 53 seconds on the clock. Terrible joke. I'm sorry to everyone. That was bad. I spoke before I thought there. 1 minute and 45 seconds. And here come the Americans up through the neutral zone. No worries, Perla. No worries. Perla, stay in the chat. I will give you a link so you can find a place to watch it. 1 minute and 25 seconds. Good, Sean. Let's hope most of the chat didn't. Nice job of the Americans. Passing through center right side. Tried to go cross ice again. Doesn't land. Fortunately, I have a business account, therefore I can't be gifted a membership. I guess I'll buy? Dude, you're far too kind. You don't need to do that, brother. You've been donating a lot too. Thank you again, Scott, man. Seriously. 58 seconds on the clock in this period. Yeah, your English is awesome, Perla. Your English is awesome. 43 seconds on the clock. Can the Swiss get one more goal here? The Americans in the Swiss zone. Shot in front of the net. USA in the slot. Loses it. The Americans had one guy right at the blue line, able to keep this not necessarily in, but at the blue line. Here come the Americans. One more play. 20 seconds. Ten seconds left. Americans still fighting for it in the corner, and a trip by Switzerland, but they're not even going to call it because there's 2 seconds left. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is it. The Americans win 7-2. And there we go. Freebird, ladies and gentlemen. Freebird. I love it. Unreal. What a game. Okay, hold on. What's the start time? What's the start time for the Finland game? Yeah, because it should be starting like right now, right? Yeah, the game's going to start right now. No gaps between these games here today, guys. USA. Hey, by the way, Stoho and Perla, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We love having you guys in the live chat. I'm definitely rooting for Finland against Slovakia in this one. Just saying. Bum, 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 bum. Let's go. Also, you guys can watch it here as well. There you go. 7-2 victory, ladies and gentlemen watching. Thank you to all who have been hanging out with us here today. I almost wasn't going to do this because, like I said, my work day became a lot busier than I imagined. But you know what? Last minute, I said, screw it. We're going to do it. And it was worth it, man. It was worth it. We had a great crowd. One of our biggest crowds so far. Don't forget our Ruski. Yeah, I'll post his in here as well. I'm watching it on a separate device. Let's see if we can bring him on too. I'm just looking to give you guys one more place to watch this. 21 likes, game stream. Let's go. Yes, I'm for sure doing the Canada game. Perla. Perla, read JVD. And also Stoho is saying TV5 has it in Finland. Yes, sir, Scott. Hey, man, again, thank you so much for gifting the memberships. Like, truly, you have no idea like how much it helps this channel grow. So really appreciate you. Yes, guys, JVD, read his chat, read my chat. It's literally going to be on this same one moving forward. Quickly going to take a look at the box score here. And then you guys are going to jump over to the Finland game. I'm going to get back to work, and then I'll set up the Canada stream after that. But Switzerland scoring the last goal of the game, but didn't really matter at that point. The hole was dug to deep. Ryan Leonard with a great game. Gabe Perreault, Zeev Buyam had a great game as well. Hagens had a great game, and he's been having a great game. I would say that Zeev Buyam, this is probably his best game of the tournament. Oliver Moore and Brody Zemer are Gopher representatives. They each had 2 points in this game. Each of them had 2 assists. I will say Nils Ryan for Switzerland. Great job by him scoring that goal on a shorthanded. But again, that was the bright spot. This late goal was for pride. That was the bright spot in this one. Again, guys, my apologies. Won't be able to cover the Finland and Slovakia game, but Finland, I imagine, will win that one. Finland is who I think will win that one. My goal prediction for that one is a 4-1 for Finland. That is my prediction, 4-1 for Finland. We will be back on this channel later for the Canada game. And Canada versus Czech, man, it's the rematch from last year. Where Canada the Czech Republic beat Canada in the quarterfinals. I mean, Canadians were about to implode last year and losing to Latvia this year. It has not been a good tournament for the Canadians. But yeah, this game is about to start, ladies and gentlemen. This game is about to start. And then the big one here today, Czech Republic versus Canada. You're welcome. I'm just happy to be helping, man. That's awesome. So go make that bread, bro, and we'll see you for Canada. Thank you, Scott. And thank you for being understanding that, I can't stream every combat sport event. I can't stream every hockey game, but we're really doing our best to give you guys some great coverage here on this channel. And I appreciate your guys' patience. Stoho and Perla, I do have to go, so let's wrap it up. Perla, please, just read chat. We gave you various options. Perla, read JVD, read my chat, read Stoho, and you guys should be good. Finland versus Slovakia starting right now. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the game. Like and subscribe, and we'll be back for Czechia versus Canada at 7:30 Eastern here tonight. Yes, Perla, read chat, read chat. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. The United States stamped their ticket to the semifinals. We'll be back for the last quarterfinal game live here at the end of the day, after the workday, to call Canada versus Czechia. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you all. Smash that like button and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Peace. I'm out of here.